Trying to see if Lips will come over. Give him a quick call. Yeah, he just sent me a thing too. Yeah. Oh yeah, Lips is on his way. Coming, he said. Oh, why are you dropping that?
Because remember, your horse will die in PvP anyway, and in PvE will be fine most of the time. And you will almost never need to restore horse stamina if you have an ability saddle with best gear up, or even other good saddle like Goblin. Anyway, this ability card is completely useless, so moving to the next one. It's big condition, and it's one of my favorite ability cards actually. But surprisingly, despite being in recovery category, that's actually a PvP ability card. It grants players extra damage depending on the stamina level. With full stamina, players are getting maximum bonus, a little less than 10% of extra damage. And again, fortifying stamina bar by drinking a tonic is not increasing this amount. As a side effect, peak condition decreases printing cost of running the restoration. By the way, players are also using stamina when jumping like this, but it's not affected by peak condition for some reason. Anyway, peak condition is not really useful for PvE, but in PvP it can be used in many different damage builds. And for example, if you're using a cannon rifle, the best weapon in this game, and want to make sure that it will kill enemies without tonics or defensive ability cards with only one body shot, it will be necessary to use 2 damage ability cards. And great choice here would be sharpshooter plus peak condition. Next we have Eye for an Eye ability card, which additionally restores 10% of dead eye bar when you killing enemies with a headshot. I said additionally because you already restored 10% for killing enemies without any ability cards. If you know how to make headshots in Red Dead Online, Eye for an Eye is just an awesome card, especially for PvE. It can be used in some forms of PvP, like PvP Showdown series, but usually in PvP players are using defensive or damage ability cards, and restoring health and dead eye with help of tonics. But you don't want to spend so many tonics when fighting NPCs, so Eye for an Eye will be a great choice for dead eye management. Next we have the Gift of Focus ability card that increases effect of items, tonics, and abilities, for example Eye for an Eye only for the fight, that restore dead eye bar. You're gonna be getting around 20% more dead eye from these sources. And it sounds like a decent ability card, and you might use it with Eye for an Eye to never drink tonics at all, but in my opinion it's just a little bit of an overkill. It's not making that much of a difference on practice, but takes an ability card slot, where you would rather have some other ability card. For example, Strange Medicine. It's basically a vampiric regeneration. Each time when you making damage, you take 10% of that damage and add it to your health bar. Also, when you have this ability card equipped, your health passively regenerates on a twice slower rate, but no one really cares about this. Strange Medicine can be used in some PvP builds, but still it's mostly a PvE ability card and a really, really good one. Just like Eye for an Eye will help you to save a lot of the die tonics, Strange Medicine will help you to save a lot of health tonics. Cold-Blooded is our next ability card, and it regenerates around 10% of the health bar over 3 seconds after killing an enemy. By the way, this rate is not decreased by a negative effect from Strange Medicine ability card, so you can combine those 2 ability cards in your PvE builds. But Cold-Blooded is absolutely useless in PvP, and in PvE I still prefer Strange Medicine a little more. Quite often I see players Cold-Blooded
Crazy, eh?
but still it's a solid A tier. And now let's talk about combat or damage ability
Fucking
cards.
pig's
They
running
have
pretty
yellow
good there,
color
eh?
and
Yeah, you can hear it, eh?
Fucking running
First
hard.
card in this category is called
I'm pretty
Gunslinger
shocked. I
Choice.
even like
It's an
stopped me this
ability
time and
card
looked.
for
I
dual
didn't
use.
realize it last
While
time I
using
walked by.
double
Fuck,
shot
unless
or
it just started
revolver,
running
you
faster
will use
overnight.
10%
Yeah.
Running
more
pretty
damage
fast.
and
Fuck
increased
yeah.
accuracy, which is really
Fucking,
good.
I didn't know it runs that quick there. But that's all the snow bouncing off the mountain and shit,
Care
eh?
about increased accuracy because you will get
Where that's all that's coming from?
anyway, even without marking targets. We're gonna talk about this later. So with painted black, Gunslinger's Choice is an overkill.
Or the
Because we
tracks
already know there
somewhere
about
up there,
accuracy
well,
and
it's
10% of extra
run off.
damage is
Yeah.
not that much. But still, this ability card can be useful in many builds that are not using painted black design ability card. Even in PvE builds, this affects accuracy. But still, there is a big problem. Gunslinger's
Fucking,
Choice is not affecting your main weapon.
Watching that ballers.
Oh yeah, with the rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one, eh?
I didn't find that when I was looking through Crave last time. It's on Crave though, but I
Yeah,
found it, but I couldn't find it. Though.
That's because it was kind of hidden for a while. I don't know what happened, but I can't remember.
That's a good show.
It was when it first came out. It was so good that everybody was just like, "Oh yeah, this is just so good." And then everyone was like, "That's kind of too good to be true." All of a sudden, sure enough, something happened in season 2. They almost didn't want to come out with a season 2. I was like, "What the fuck?" And then when they contracts and less about like players and people, but it was pretty good. And then, yeah, I don't know. All of a sudden, something happened to The Rock, and then all of a sudden, he kind of got like blacklisted, and his show was like put off to the side, and it wasn't really being casted anywhere. It was weird. Be right back, Rana. I gotta let the dog out.
Great ability card for PvP, especially since sniper rifles are extremely strong contenders in light speed. But you also can use it in PvE if you're using sniper rifles only. The next ability card is called Necessity Breeze. It grants you increased damage that may hit on a health situation. So less health you have, the more damage you do. Maximum bonus is around 20%, which is pretty high. But the problem is, on average, you're not gonna get too much damage from this ability card. Simply because you will not be in a situation where you have almost no health to offer. And even if you will be,
See, he's smart. He's starting to define like which toy is which now. Like before, when he used to say go get your ball, he used to go get his duck and something like that. I was like, no, that's not right.
next we have London Stations, who are dealing extra damage depending on the time.
Now he's different. You could have brought your tablet down. You could have watched
Yeah,
that.
I just charged it up. What was that like 9%? I just charged it up with a fuck it, whatever. Get me off of it. I get too addicted once I start watching them videos, man.
It gets good, eh?
I know. I just.
But and then when you go lift up your head, all of a sudden it's like
I
fucking
know,
4
but-
hours later. Like what the fuck?
Oh, I missed 2 whole episodes of Ballers they were playing, but I'm like, I didn't watch it.
Yeah. Ugh.
2 episodes went by.
Especially
I was like, shit.
with high damage, like sniper rifles. But still, in the middle of a fight, the never will be or even 10 or even 5 seconds.
I like doing that though sometimes. It tires your eyes out.
Yeah. Makes you sleepy, especially when you get down to the last couple bits. Like even your phone battery, you feel like your eyes get tired when your phone gets tired. It's like, oh
Sometimes I
yeah.
didn't get a headache though. When I do that too long, I watch those videos and shit, and I get headaches. Especially when I play poker too long.
Yeah.
For a long time.
Yeah.
I get headaches from staring at the screen, I guess. I don't know.
Oh fuck yeah.
But you know how yours nice and bright? I can't do that.
No.
I get headaches. I gotta turn it down. I know.
I-
Even my mom was like, "Holy fuck, you can see that?"
I used to be like that, but I noticed it was because like
But the videos look better. I know. When you have
every time I watched it, I always felt tired and drained as it was, and that's why I always got a headache. And so what I tried to do was I just tried to like eat and drink more, and because I don't know, I noticed just even watching shit, man, you burn like you feel like you burn energy, just concentrating, keeping your eyes open, focused, awake, your body alert, still, sitting there.
Later works exceptionally well with shotguns. So with the gears here, not only because, yeah, you can use it for some fun melee only deal. Next we have Hangman ability card, and this one is pretty simple. It deals damage every second when you use lasso on your enemy. It even works on animals, but it ruins the belt and carcass quality. Anyway,
Yeah, and look at the year of that Ballers. That's the year, same year that Rock retired from wrestling.
Yeah, it was like 2016, 2017, I think it started.
Like that, yeah.
And then I think 2018, I think was like the last year that they did it.
Rock came back again, but he only made an appearance. He fought one match because John Cena won one of the.
Yeah.
Because John Cena's like went through his whole career and never fought The Rock.
Mhm.
And before when John Cena, before he wanted to retire, he wanted to fight The Rock.
Yeah.
And Rock came back and made a little whole show about it.
Second shot was in 10 seconds.
And then Rock came back 2025. He made an appearance at WrestleMania. He
Yeah.
didn't come back to fight. He made an
Him,
appearance.
John Cena, Kane, Undertaker, they all came there.
Yeah.
I think I think it was more or less just like a reunion kind of thing for them because like they were out of the loop for so long, and then out of nowhere, everybody started questioning like where all the classic wrestlers went, and so they started looking them up and they started finding them and asking them if they'd be interested.
The longest. Undertaker was the last one to retire. He was the oldest one out of all of them. He's
Yeah.
been there since WrestleMania 1. We're at WrestleMania 40 something now.
And he was part of fucking for that other fucking wrestling league, NWO.
Yeah.
You know, and then I think he was even part of a different wrestling league before that. Before it was
Well, before
WCW.
WWE and that, there was how wrestling worked was territories.
Yeah.
Each province in the states.
Yeah.
Canada too, because we had the famous Bret Hart
Yeah.
family there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Calgary. That was probably our most famous one. But yeah, we got wrestling territories back then in Canada.
Yeah.
And then we had our top wrestling company was Bret Hart's dad's company. He had his own wrestling company.
Yeah.
That's how Bret Hart got noticed and got sent to WWE.
Yeah.
If you want Crave, it's called WWE Rivalries, the WWE Greatest Moments. If you watch the Greatest Moments one, it'll show you the whole Bret Hart story, how he came up right from child to his retirement.
They had it on Netflix before.
Yeah. I checked on Netflix. Those are all pay-per-views though. Those are all,
No,
like,
a long time.
else
They had it out a long time
wrestling.
ago.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like when it first came out, it was on there, and then like it wasn't even like
WrestleMania on there too.
yeah, it wasn't even like published or listed. It was just more or less just like they put it on there and put it to the side. Nobody really knew. I was like, damn. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, now you catch up on the WrestleManias, man. I stopped watching wrestling like hardcore in 2016 since the year left.
They just got a lot of different wrestlers now. It's just way different now.
Well, yeah, their champion right now is Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Goldust?
Yeah.
That's Goldust's son.
Yeah. Fucking. Trying to think.
There's two big championships.
You know,
There's the WWE
you know that.
heavyweight,
Yeah. You know that
and then
girl.
Universal.
Yeah. You know that
Those are
girl
the top
from fucking Fresh Prince of Bel Air, the young teenager. Not the middle. Her. Well, that's his wife.
Oh.
Yeah. The fucking at one time she was gonna try and get into wrestling, and then Rhea Ripley came out and she blew up and she went crazy and it was pretty good.
Yeah. When I was watching Cody Rhodes, it was nothing.
No,
He was
yeah,
still
he was
around.
he was just like a little punk just in the scene now, but now he's like
Yeah, like I was shocked to see that. Because I watched the last WrestleMania, and that's what the top title fight, but he lost his title
yeah.
in the last WrestleMania, but apparently he's champion again, because it's been how long since 2025 WrestleMania? Not that long, but he's lost his title. He lost his title at that 2025 WrestleMania. I just watched that last night for 5 hours of it. It was the first time they had 2 days of it, though?
Yeah.
The first time they ever had, that's why it was 5 hours. It was usually only 3. Yeah, they had one day that was outside arena, and the next day was inside. And 140 something thousand people like went to it between the 2 events. So it was a big thing.
Yeah.
No, I didn't catch on to that. I was in the last 5 hours and I started going onto it. I'm watching that a match and like all of a sudden they're indoors. I'm like, what the fuck? Did I switch the channel or something?
Yeah, what the hell went on here?
I was confused and then I locked it Reddit. Yeah, 2 days, 2 different arenas. And like I was like, oh fuck. So it's the second part now. They're in the indoor arena now. I'm like, what the fuck? Check, it's still the same pay-per-view though. What the
What the fuck's going on here?
I never knew that they had a 2-day pay-per-view though. It's the first time they did it. There's a lot of good matches to watch it. That's on Netflix. All the WrestleManias and that's on Netflix.
Yeah.
But yeah, every pay-per-view, all the Royal Rumbles, from the very first one to the last one, all the long way out, all the no holds barred pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. SummerSlams, all the SummerSlams, every one of them, every pay-per-view's on there. It's cool. Because I can't remember, when I was younger, they only had about 5 pay-per-views a year.
Yeah.
And then now, it's fucking 5. lost.
But it's not the biggest problem.
But their roster grew too, right?
Oh, fuck yeah.
They got way more wrestlers now.
Is super easy to counter. Because yes, it's almost
Way more wrestlers now. Oh, fuck, they even got 2 heavyweight titles. And they even got 2 women titles too, for the heavyweight.
Yeah.
For the top one. There's the Universal, and the women's even have an Intercontinental belt now. They never had the Intercontinental Championship before. It was only women's tag team and women's championship.
There's a pop there if you want one, man.
Yeah, and now they. And then it's the US title, the European title.
Yeah.
And it was not working at least in missions where I was taking temporary bosses against NPCs, and now it works fine again, so keep it in mind.
And then the
Anyway,
2
here
top
belts,
belts, the Universal Championship and the WWE Championship.
Yeah.
If you don't want to waste money,
I guess the Universal is basically you're like the undisputed, I guess.
It's about must-have weapons in Red Dead.
Because there's two WWEs now. There's Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
And you got 2 champions for each of them.
Each division now, yeah.
Yeah. So it's all fucked
Almost
up
like
now.
a lightweight and a heavyweight.
Yeah, it's all they got. They even, like I said, the woman even got more titles now.
Yeah. They should though. It's about time. Especially, I'm surprised though. Like, you know, all the wrestlers. You know, Rhea Ripley was probably one of the only females that really started to put on like female wrestlers. Cause I don't think anybody really cared about any of those other female
I think
wrestlers.
Charlotte Flair set the way, man. She's the one that they say is the queen. Like she set the way, man.
Well, that's because she didn't really have no competitors though. She mowed through everybody, and she made it look so easy though.
18 years.
Well, I guess so.
For 18 years.
I guess so.
And they're not even adjusting WWE. She did it in other countries.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. But that's all because she got that shot though. But
she's looking talented.
yeah, she is.
But so is Rhea Ripley. I don't think
Yeah.
she's not.
No, but like same thing though, right? Like
But
even if yeah.
she's gone now.
And see, and that's what I mean. That's what Rhea Ripley is like now, you know. And she's the uprising now, and now that girl's there. Yeah, because I think there's some other female chick that's trying to come in now too.
Well, Becky Lynch, if she got to stick around, I think Rhea Ripley would have had a fucking problem with her too, though. Becky Lynch is solid.
Yeah.
That was like Charlotte Flair's fucking number 1 competitor. No, Charlotte Flair's crazy, man. She can fly in the air. She can fucking. She's just so
Acrobat, yeah.
Just holy fuck, she can bend and end up all kinds of ways. And her finishing move is like her dad's move.
Yeah.
What? Times 2. This is called the figure 4, right?
Yeah.
She does the figure 8 with the fucking spider thing.
Yeah.
And she locks her legs up and then she stretches out like this.
And she grabs her. Yeah. Yeah.
And then that guy just stretches out, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've seen it a couple times.
Wicked finishing move, but harder move to do than a lot of the men's moves.
Oh yeah.
But she's just so flexible, and all that gymnastics she did when she was a kid, right?
Yeah.
That's what all that came from. I remember Rick saying that, yeah, I put my kid in gymnastics before I even taught her how to fight. Got her all in shape like that. And she's solid, she's skinny, but she's fucking tall, and she's just straight solid bitch. And Rhea Ripley is actually bigger than her, I think. Not as tall as her, but thicker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think my favorite though is Becky Lynch. She came back and won the Take Your title for 25. So let's see if she can get back to the. But she went out with a broken neck, eh? She's lucky she even came back. She had to leave because of a broken neck.
Yeah.
A year and a half. She's been gone now for a year and a half. Something like that. She broke her broken neck. A lot of wrestlers don't even come back from that.
No, because it's just a risk hazard, eh? But also depending on how you work it out, though,
Yeah,
too.
well, Chris Jericho did it. The Canadian wrestler. Yeah, he broke his neck and came back.
Yeah.
Fucking, and he actually won the title and everything. Yeah, he just retired him. Finally, him.
For example, eye for an eye, lip for the fight, kick in the butt, and so on. Another way to restore your bars is to drink a
Yeah, he's another high flyer. Canadian wrestlers are high flyers. They like to jump off the top ropes and fly around and do flips.
Yeah.
Health, stamina, or the diet. And here is something that you really need to know. Tonics are
Edge and
overpowered.
Christian, they're some of the most famous. They're tag teamers, but they're some of the most famous for that.
Yeah.
Jumping off the ropes, man, those guys are fucking nuts. And they came up through the hardcore. They got famous in the hardcore league. ECW.
Yeah.
Of course, they can be crafted as well. To do this, you only need to get
I
yourself
fucking,
help.
if you wrestle in that league, man, you're a top motherfucker, man, because that's all real now compared to, you know how it's scripted?
Yeah.
In WWE, some of the shots are real though. That's what they were talking about in that greatest moments. They'll tell you that. It's called taking bumps.
Yeah.